Today, I'm taking on my biggest project yet, replacing my wheels. As you might know, I lost my back wheel a little while back, but I got a great deal on the new wheel set, so I decided to replace both of them. First, for the cassette. This cassette is a direct replacement of my old one because I like the range and the sturdiness of it. Before buying new rims, you have to make sure they're compatible with the drivetrain that you have on your bike. For example, my bike is fitted with the Shimano 3x8 drivetrain, meaning I need rims compatible with the Shimano 8-speed cassette. These details can usually be found in the specs of the product. To install the cassette, line up the grooves on the cassette with the grooves on the wheel hubs. Pay attention to the sizing. After this, use your lock ring tool to tighten the lock ring. Just hand tighten it, then use an adjustable crescent wrench to tighten it down farther. After this, your cassette is ready. Next, for the brakes. Before buying new wheels, you also have to make sure they're compatible with the correct brakes. If you have disc brakes, make sure the rims have the correct number of bolt mounts. If you have rim brakes, make sure the rims are rim brake compatible. My brakes are 6-bolt disc brakes. Before buying my new rims, I made sure they were fitted with 6 bolt mounts to install my rotors. Again, these details should be in the specs of the product. A torque wrench is recommended for this, but not required. It's also recommended that you use gloves, such as the nitrile gloves I used, so you don't mess up the braking surface with your finger oils or something. After the rotor is installed, you're supposed to clean the surface with isopropyl alcohol. I use these alcohol wipes, which are 70% isopropyl alcohol, and they seem to work just fine. I use these for my first aid kit, which came in handy the other day on Rim Trail. I survived this. Oh my god, these tires. Ugh, the alcohol smells strong. It's gonna burn. You can find these in bulk packs at Walmart. After this is all done, it's time to install the quick release skewers. Just unscrew this knob and take off one spring. Then put the skewer through the skewer mount thing and put the spring back on. If the springs are tapered, put it on the smaller side against the wheel and the larger side facing out. Finally, screw the knob thing back on and you're ready. Before you can put the wheel on your frame, you need to put the tire on. If you run tubes like me, put it in first. Then put on your tire and air it up. Finally, it's time. After putting my wheel back on my frame, I tighten down the quick release lever and make sure my brakes are aligned. To realign your brakes, you can loosen the bolts on your brake calipers, pull the brake, and retighten the bolts. If the disc still rubs against the pads, you might have a bent rotor, or your calipers might be compressed. After aligning my brakes, it's finally time to ride. I'm starting off with light, slow riding to make sure I can still shift, stop, and pedal properly. I then slowly work my way up to make sure everything is installed properly. Before taking on this project, make sure you get rims that fit your bike. Make sure you get the right size as well as the right brake and cassette compatibility. If you run tubeless tires, make sure the rims are tubeless ready and make sure you know how to install everything. If you're unsure of how to do it properly or if you don't have the right tools, I recommend taking it to your local bike shop and seeing how much it costs for them to do it for you. Now it's time for slaughter pen. Look for that in a future video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.